everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this week's weekly energy reading for the week of August 15th through the 21st. First, want to say thank you all to my old and new subscribers. I'm really grateful for your support, for getting to know you all. Again, leave comments. I love interacting with you all. I love getting to know who you are, what your interests are, what you'd love to see, what you enjoyed, what's going on in your life, because I think it helps everyone who taps in to relate, because we're all on different parts of and in our spiritual journeys. And so sometimes when we can find commonalities, it's nice to know that. What else? My mind's going blank, you all, so forgive me for that. And if you hear any munching, chewing, or slurping, those are my dogs eating. We are in the last week of Leo season before we shift into Virgo on Monday, August 22nd. So some of you may already be feeling the itch to start decluttering, cleaning, and organizing your physical environment, whether that's your home, maybe your workspace, your car, or your body, because Virgo does rule over, self-care, nourishment, and particularly detoxification, cleansing, and organizing. On Friday, the 19th of August, we have the last quarter moon in Taurus occurring at 26 degrees and 12 minutes of this sign at 12:36 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So think New York City time for reference. And so the fixed signs are going to be affected at 24 to 28 degrees. This includes Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. And this lunation is the final one before we head into the new moon next week. So continue wrapping up, completing, and finishing up anything, or assessing or updating any goals that you're still focused on, especially if they're long-term, because some of them won't be completed by the new moon, obviously. This is also an amazing time to continue releasing and surrendering. And when I say that, sometimes people think that there's an expiration date, like by that calendar timeline or time frame that you have to have this all done. No, everyone's on different timelines. So we're going to always completely be releasing. And just because you don't release by a certain date or whatever you hear, whether it's from an astrologer or a reader or a healer or whomever you consult, it doesn't mean it's too late. You can always acknowledge to the universe, this is what I've learned. I'm done with this contract. I'm ready, and you can move on. So continue doing that. This moon, this lunation, this last quarter moon in Taurus, it's an earth sign, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So it's all about, inner and emotional stability, but also the stability around us, because Venus does rule money and finances. It's also about really enjoying the process with all of our senses and really being grateful for what we have right now. So as you continue working on your goals, in your life, on your soul journey, really try your best to use all of your senses to make this process the most beautiful, the most meaningful for you, whatever that means, whether it's lighting candles or having pictures of loved ones or decorating with things that you enjoy, whether they're crystals or statues or flowers, whatever it is. And I'm giving you very brief, perhaps superficial examples. It's going to be very different for everyone. But the whole point of this lunation is to really reassess as you continue working. How can I make this process of working on these different goals in my life more in touch with who I am? How can they bring more joy, more beauty, and more meaning to my life? And most of all, create that emotional stability and safety within me. Because so many times we look at the end result and what's going to happen when we reach it, but then we start the cycle all over. And it's usually the process itself where we grow and learn the most. Saturday, August 20th, we have Mars in Gemini, you all. So this planet is going to be in this air sign for a while until March 2023, because we have a retrograde after this transition into Gemini from Taurus. And so this is really about overhauling our thought and communication process and perspective. And it's interesting because Taurus takes a more steadied approach, right? It's a slow and steady, slow moving earth sign, and it's very cautious and prudent. And it's able to build and create because of that momentum. Gemini tends to be a little bit more fast moving because it's air. It could be scattered because it wants to enjoy a lot of different things all at once. It has a curiosity that is quenched by just whatever it's led to, it goes. And so some of you, depending on where Mars is transiting in your natal chart, it'll affect different different houses for each sign. You're going to see maybe For example, if it's affecting your ninth house, you may be interested in traveling more or engaging in different sorts of learning throughout these months. So there's going to be a lot of reassessing in these areas depending on where it hits. And you may find yourself a little bit more scattered or absent-minded, or juggling a bunch of different things you want to work on, especially if it relates to your passions, and putting your energy in things that may not always be where you want to put them in. So just be cautious of that. And this is something that's going to be unfolding, obviously, because this transit is going to be happening for a few months, quite a few months. And so let's dive into the weekly energy reading. I also want to make a note. I usually do a self-love oracle reading with some tarot generally on Fridays, but I'm going to be ending that. And I'm going to incorporate the self-love deck that I have into this weekly reading and simply collapse that, simply because of efficiency and time. And I noted it wasn't the best use of my own energy. So some changes ahead with that. And I also want to note on the August zodiac readings, you all, I am so sorry. I have been late and have experienced quite a few delays with that simply because of my own energy and where I'm able to allocate time. So August mid-month readings will be coming out as I work on them. And I greatly appreciate your patience. So without further ado, we're almost 7 minutes. Let's dive in to see what this week is all about. Comment down below, how have these weeks that we've already experienced in August, how have they been for you? Because August, it almost felt like a continuation of Cancer season. There's been a lot of stuff that's been unfolding, and more things are coming into sight for everyone. And some of you, I feel decisions are still pending, and it's okay. I want to say that. I've gotten so many channeled messages. I'm like, I can't. Sometimes you just have to wait and see until you get more information. So know that you don't have to rush, especially since we do have Mars in Taurus still. That's why we have had a pull with all these different planets in their positions with Saturn and Uranus. There's been a push and pull energy effect. So, okay, let's take a look. What's going on this week? Okay, I'm gonna fix this camera thing off for a sec. Okay, thank you. Okie dokes, we got quite a few cards, you all, and I think this is going to be a good number. We got Show the World the Real You, full moon in Aquarius. You all, we just had the full moon last Thursday. And you know, this was, I didn't even post 5 things to know about the full moon in Aquarius, simply because I ran out of energy, time, and space. But this was something that I channeled, was about really showing up as the insert you, whether that's the weird you, the unique you, the creative you, whatever it is, whatever you denote. It's time to embrace that, because that's going to be your ticket to abundance. And remember, abundance is not just about money. Abundance, it's really connecting to your heart, what really brings you joy. Think about when you were a kid and when you used to get so excited about things, whether it was seeing a butterfly or a rainbow, or going into the pool, or playing a game, or running around, or going to the playground. You know that excitement you get when you were a child? It's that same type of feeling when you connect and you're just yourself and you connect to your heart. That's going to bring in all the abundance for you. So this may require peeling back layers and really examining, like, why am I creating this facade to the world with the people that I know in my life, with my friends, with my family, with my partner, or whomever? Who am I really? What really matters to me? Because this does touch upon your values as well. And Aquarius is really about stepping into your element, being your own self, marching to the beat of your own drum, even if there aren't other people that do that, because you will attract the people that are aligned for you and that vibrate in that same energy. So if you are in a way stepping into an illusory version of yourself, an inauthentic version, and I don't say that with any judgment, by the way, because we've all been there, you're going to attract people who only vibe with that. So people are not going to see or know the real you. So it's time to take the mask off and really step into who you are. New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. I got that. There has been so much healing being done. It's just happening quickly. It seems like it's shifting quickly. You guys, we're in the 3rd week of August. I feel like August has moved by. I mean, the whole year has already moved by, especially after April. I just felt like it zoomed. I would say after the initial eclipse seasons, but whatever it is that you've been focusing on, and I'm getting a lot of healing, but also here we have Capricorn and Saturn has made its big presence in the, in the last several weeks. This is just a validation that you are making progress in your life, even if it doesn't feel like it. More Aquarius energy. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Wow. Yeah, you know, it's interesting because we have this with Saturn comes, it's more of a heavy energy sometimes. And, well, Capricorn energy, because it's a very ambitious, earth-rooted, grounded sign that's very much focused on doing and completing and working towards your goals and really taking responsibility for that and not making excuses. And so some of you, I'm sensing, could be feeling like you're behind, could be feeling like you're not where you want to be, could be feeling, I don't even get envy or jealous, but you're like, you know, everyone else may be further along. Why am I not in that position? Why am I still here? And this is really about holding space for yourself and letting yourself know, you know, you've grown in different ways. Everyone, look at this. You see how the cards are like two forks? Where you were and where you are now, it's probably vastly, you're two different people. And so your goals, what you want to pursue in life, your thought process, who you want to be with, where you want to put your time and energy, it's changed dramatically. And as such, sometimes that means reassessing, getting rid of things that you thought you wanted to do but no longer want to do or pursue, and pursuing something else. So you may be starting over. And that's okay, because you're taking with you that foundation that you've built, the skills, the experiences, the lessons, most importantly, because Saturn, ruler of karma, ruler of Capricorn, but also karma, it teaches you a great many things. So you've advanced, especially in your soul journey. So really take time to honor yourself, show yourself love. This is about really unmasking who you are. I feel like many of you are changing this tune and really adapting who you are, having the world adapt to you instead of the other way around. So no more hiding. Waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, I feel like we can just say this every week. The energy is always gaining momentum here. It's been a lot with this triple conjunction energy, with the Lionsgate portal energy, with this last full moon, one after the other. But you all are doing it. Look at how soft this energy feels, though. It's powerful, it's strong, but purple, pinks. A lot of heart chakra, and we have Capricorn too, brown earth energy. But a lot of heart chakra, a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of growth, soul growth in such a short amount of time. This is also an opportunity to revamp yourself, especially with the Aquarius energy. It's a great time to really ask yourself, okay, what is that version of me that I am stepping into? What does that look like? Who does that look like? How does that person feel? It's almost like a metamorphosis of ripping off that butterfly or that caterpillar cocoon and becoming that butterfly. Okie dokes. What other messages does the universe have for us this week, please? Okay. Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Look at this. Like I mentioned earlier, there are going to be big choices, and there are going to be choices and sets of choices many people are going to have this month especially. And this is your opportunity to shift into the timeline that you want to go into. Do you stay back? A lot of reminiscent themes from this full moon in Aquarius, especially with Saturn and Uranus, because Uranus wants us to go ahead and forge ahead and break away from what we've been doing and to pave a new path, almost like a fool's journey in a tarot card. Are you ready for something new? Are you ready to do things a different way in your life? Are you ready to grow more and to push yourself out of those boundaries? Or Do you want to continue doing what you've been doing? And that occurs in all areas of your life too. You can make the choice whether you want to continue operating in the same way, whether it's a mindset or belief system. You want to continue engaging and hanging around people that you've always done. And these energies may not be for your highest good. Remember, just like we update every season certain elements in our life, whether it's clothing, what we eat, what we do, same thing with people and relationships, because we grow every year. We are growing in this earth school in our soul development and journey. And as such, there are going to be people in our life we no longer vibe with. And it doesn't mean that they're bad or good or any of that. It simply means that we're ready for that next journey. So I feel like many of us are at this point right now where we're about to cross this threshold. As soon as we make that decision, right? You decide, what is it that we want? We are going to, with this portal, I feel like, because there's a lot of, it looks like a rainbow effect. We're going to quantum leap, essentially. We're going to shift even more. And because a lot of you have already gained a higher level of consciousness right now, awareness that many others in your area may not have, you may already be moving towards that. And it's wild card. It's your choice, essentially. You get to choose whether or not this is something that you want to do. This is part of your destiny, part of your free will. A lot of Saturn energy here. What other messages, please? Okay. We have these two. Forge, don't follow. This seems totally Aquarius. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Look at this. So this decision that some of you make, and it could be different decisions too, it's going to set the tone, the parameters for where you continue on next in your journey. It could be as simple as, I should change something about my routine. What am I going to do? Or, you know what? I think I'm going to move out of state. So these decision points we all have in our lives right now, these choice points, they're going to determine this new path. And you're meant to create this on your own. Some of you, I'm getting, are going to have footsteps to follow. In other words, people may have done this before. For the vast majority of you, this is going to be completely new. And so that's why it may be even scarier, because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what to do. I know I want to do this, but it seems so far away. It seems so stretched. You just take the next step. Don't worry about all the others. And that's something I have to actually completely remind myself, because I don't see the big picture all the time either. But you're meant to start something new, to create your own stability and foundation. And again, this taps into Taurus. It's about creating your own emotional peace, liberation, freedom, independence within, and not always doing what others do. This really goes along too with your values. If some of you are still in the process of working on your core values and belief systems, this is a great time to really get clear on those, to affirm those, because it's going to help you make those decisions with greater clarity and something that's more aligned to your heart. I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. I just said destiny. This is destined, I said. Yeah, some of you are starting to remember. It's interesting because I'm getting a lot of stuff like that in the dream state. You're getting messages, perhaps in your dreams, or you're just getting a lot of synchronicities, deja vu moments, and just a recollection of like, you know what, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. Or you're starting to remember things that make you happy, whether it's from this lifetime, from an earlier time in your life, from childhood, or from a past life or a previous incarnation. And this is going to tap you in, and it's giving you clues on where you're going. This almost seems linear. Make a choice, create your path, your soul plan, you're remembering it and tapping into what you're supposed to do. Wow, they almost seem glittery here. It's absolutely beautiful. Usually these cards don't glitter. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Some of you may be interested in past life regressions or tapping into the Akasha. And there's a bunch of different hypnotherapy videos on YouTube, because you don't have to do it with someone else. You can actually do it on your own. It just takes practice. sometimes people become frustrated because they expect certain results. You got to release expectation whenever you engage in any of these types of modalities, and have a lot of patience and trust, because you will get results. I'm getting past life regression. It could be Akasha exploration. You can also do dream journeying. Something about water too. Some of you are coming into the abilities to scry with water. You're seeing like images, messages, or you're getting feelings. Or it could be when you resort to being in water or around water, your abilities, your intuition, your psychic abilities become more fine-tuned. They increase. Okay. What other messages for this week, please? Thank you. Okay. Okie dokie. Thank you. Okay, we got quite a few messages. Okay, we got view from above. Get the big picture. I mentioned that earlier. In the Astrocap, with this last quarter moon in Taurus, really reassess everything right now. Look at it from a top-bottom approach. Because when we get into Virgo season, that's when you can go into the nitty-gritty and even go deeper and put a microscope over your life and really smooth those wrinkles out. But right now, until we have, a week until we transition into Virgo, take a look holistically of what's working, what's not. Because there's a need to really tighten up what's happening in your life right now. When I say that, I mean streamline it. Because this is about where you're putting your energy. Otherwise, your energy will diffuse like these balloons are. It will go everywhere. You have to be very, I've been getting this quite a bit in the last several weeks. You really need to take care with your energy right now, where you put it, where it goes. Really be cognizant of your goals, because it'll be fleeting. You'll realize, wow, I just had 20 hours this week and I put it in, I don't know, surfing, YouTube, watching Netflix, talking and hanging out and having fun, and not really engaging and pursuing what it is that I want to do. We also have here, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. This gives me a lot of, I wanted to say Mars and Capricorn energy, but I'm also getting Cancer. But this is about tapping into your intuition. And I feel like right now, especially after this full moon, a lot of you have been getting downloads and messages, a lot of clarity and illumination. Hence this card we have here. I remember. Things are coming back in pieces, and write them down, because you're being guided. I see winter here because there's some snow here. So for some of you, these challenges, whatever you've been experiencing, it could have been happening since last winter, depending on where you are in the world, and it could be coming to a close. The cycle could be ending, because here in the Northern Hemisphere, winter starts in December, mid-December. So your cycle of just challenges, hardships, and things just seeming like they're heavy could be coming to an end. And that's really around the time when Chiron in Aries goes direct. And so we're also healing still. A lot of things are coming up. When do we not stop healing? Or when do we not heal? We're always healing, right? But there's onion layers to that. Miracles, expect the wondrous to change. This goes a lot with mindset, because it's easy to say miracles are always happening for me, or I am so blessed beyond belief, or whatever affirmation you want to say. But the most important thing is to feel it, because if you don't feel it, it's pretty much like just peeing it out of your system. It's not going to make a difference. And so for some of you that are at a point where you are really looking ahead and really calling in just abundance, prosperity, love, happiness, joy, whatever else that you're looking for, really tap into the feeling and emotion. And that means really figuring out what that means for you, what that looks like. Because that's how miracles come. We have to have complete trust and faith, not just in ourselves, but in something greater than us, in the universe, in spirit, in the divine, that it's going to happen, and then we release it. Distant thunder, clear the air. It's amazing. We've had a lot of thunderstorms recently, rains. I've talked to a few people and they've echoed something similar. And to me, it feels like it's a clearing. And we have mountains here, right? With thunder. And this was something I channeled too for the full moon in Aquarius last Thursday. It was about, I channeled throat chakra. There's going to be a need to communicate. You want to say something, I'm getting, to say something or speak something to someone and really express yourself to them in a way that just, it's a vulnerable type of expression. And it's with all types of relationships. It doesn't have to be love. It could be friendship, family, someone at work, but it's about communicating something that you've been wanting to say, or to several people, but there's a need to get it out. And it could be about making peace, right? Because as soon as we get it out of our out of our throat, it almost dissipates. That energy dissipates in the air, almost like the aftermath of a storm, right? It just feels like a release, cleansed. You feel better because you got that stagnant energy out of you. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. This has been an ongoing theme. There are so many changes right now, and you may feel still like you are in that mode of releasing, surrendering, trusting, and truly transforming as we speak. And this is the energy that a lot of us are feeling at this moment. But look at what's up ahead. You see all the light in the back? This is paving the path for where you are going next. And it's a beautiful path that's aligned to you. And that's the most important, because when we release, we're making peace and we're trusting that whatever it is that we're letting go of, that it served us in some way in our lives at the time that we most needed. And sometimes these people continue along with our journey. So when I say that, it doesn't mean that they're going to be eclipsed out of your life. No, when I'm saying letting go and release, I'm meaning like not holding on tightly and trying to change things. Sometimes things have to die before they're reborn again. And that could be changes in relationships, changes in work, changes in your life vision, whatever it is. It's a detachment. Last one, narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So there's some consideration to be taken. Again, I get Taurus energy here. There's a lot of care, especially Mars, because we're coming up in Gemini soon. So really think things through this week. Where is your path taking you? Where is your journey taking you? Think about things that I'm getting strongly about situations and people about releasing, because some of you are at that point in your life where you're like, I know I'm supposed to be going on a new path, but I'm not yet certain. Remember, some of these things, people, situations coming back up, they could be karmic lessons, things for you that the universe is testing. Like, did you really learn this? Because some people will go back to those situations and repeat a cycle. So think carefully too. We have quite a few, we have mountains here. Mountains. We have a vista overview. And then we have some hills back here. So there could be some terrain, some decisions that you have to traverse through before getting out of that and really stepping into the path that you're meant to step onto. Okay, we're going to head into the tarot because I have a few oracle decks. We'll head into the tarot and see what other messages we have for this week. Remember, we're shifting still, and so this is a realignment. I wish I could say realignment happens in 24 hours and you guys are good to go. It would be awesome if I could say, okay guys, by the end of Sunday at midnight, this is going to expire and we will all realign. But it doesn't work that way, because sometimes things in different areas of our life, they're not in sync. So we may be cleaning up maybe our health and we're like, okay, this is awesome, but maybe my friendships, I still have a couple friends that I'm keeping an eye on, and I'm not sure if they're leaving my life, or my partner, maybe I'm not ready to leave, or maybe I have, or whatever it is. Things kind of are, in flux with all different areas. But I feel like a lot of this stuff is going to start finalizing by the next eclipse, October 25th. And so you're slowly transforming into the person, into the soul, into the energy that you're going to take into this next journey. Okay. What messages, please, does the universe have? Any other guidance messages we need to know for this week? Did that just turn upside down? Okay, we got Four of Swords in reverse. This is good. There we go. Air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. This is wonderful. So I feel like many of you are coming out from periods of perhaps I'm getting sadness, anxiety, hermiting, grief. You're really attuned to yourself, or becoming more attuned to your needs, your priorities, prioritizing yourself, and also making self-care a huge element, because one aspect of this North Node in Taurus is self-care, because it's ruled by Venus. It's about really taking care of the body, especially the earthly body, and balancing that with the spiritual and the physical world. Okay, we got 8 of Pentacles. I almost said Taurus energy, but it's Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We got this in reverse. And so with 8 of Pentacles, for me, it means like many of you are working on projects, but you're still at a time where you're completing things. You're not completely focused on new elements yet. You're still discerning what it is that you want to do, where it is that you want to put your energy. And so there's like a period of influx, which is completely normal as you transition, as you transform, because you change. And so there could be things right now that you're waiting to receive more clarity on, to get more information so that you can pursue on your path. We got the Hermit, Virgo energy. Interesting, because we're about to head into Virgo season. Some of you, this speaks to energy too. You know what's interesting? I'm getting, as you have changed and you're realizing that some of you are really not connecting to people, to environments, to things that you used to do in the same way. And many of you have retreated inward. And we get the same illumination here with stepping into your power. You see the light? You guys are very much tapped into your intuition. There's 3 lanterns, well, lights. You have one here, you have one down here, and then the light within with this person. And so I feel like a lot of you have perhaps taken back your energy, of course, reclaimed your power. And when I say step into your power, it's not just reclaiming that with others, right? And not letting people do whatever they want, step all over you. It doesn't always have to do with boundaries, but it's also about taking that power within you and knowing that, okay, this situation that I'm in, these people that I'm around, there's a disconnect here. I'm going to withdraw and go within and kind of recalibrate my energy. I'm sensing the feeling that many of you are feeling disconnected. More mountains here. Perhaps you've just undergone a lot with these relationships. A lot, I'm just getting mountains and relationships. A lot of struggles, a lot of illusions, a lot of deceptions, a lot of changes. And it's going to be different from everyone, which is why I'm listing all of this. It's just simply like 2 people. And it could be one relationship among many in your life, but 2 people. It's just no more eye to eye. And it's like time to go your separate way. A lot of self-reflection. The Hermit. Well, the Hermit card, this energy, Virgo energy, it's really about going within and really reflecting and really tapping into your own truth. What's real for you and what's not anymore. What's working. Any other messages, please? Thank you. Wow, we got a crap load in reverse. Got the 9 of Wands, fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Ace of Wands in reverse, more fire energy. And the Empress, Taurus, some say Libra energy. So I do feel this is very much taps into the Hermit energy. I do feel like many of you are contemplating right now not taking any harsh, overt actions in your life right now. Perhaps there's a settling of energy. You're retreating within because of this decision point we have here. Let me get this card out. Forge, don't follow. Ooh, wait, I got the wrong card. Portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. And so there's an element here of choice. And so some of you need to retreat back and really reflect and decide where it is that you're going. No action just yet. There's a sense to kind of pull your energy back, take a step back, and wait. And really focus within. Really go within. I'm getting a lot of taking care of yourself and what you need. And some of you haven't done that in a while. Okay. I'll grab this final deck. Let me shuffle it this way for any guidance. It's ironic how the energy is slowing down, because if these cards were upright, it would have captured more of this last bit of Leo season, of this fire energy. But we're feeling, some of you are feeling that transition into Virgo, Hermit energy. Virgo is a lot about going within and really reflecting on your day-to-day needs, your routine, how you take care of yourself, how you show up. There's a need, I'm getting an increased need of an increased consciousness of really being aware of what's around you, not just the physical environment, but also energies and people. A lot of taking back your energy. Some of you have just cut the cords with several people, I'm hearing. I've been getting so much stuff about relationships, you all. A lot of really protecting your energy right now. Okay. We got a card that turned, oh shit. We got a card that turned over. There we go. Nope. Okie dokes. Okay. So this was just additional guidance. I don't think I even got the question out. We got the Magician. Did you see it? We got the 8 of Coins, King of Coins, 3 of Wands, the Emperor, and Page of Coins. Shit. Coins are pentacles in this deck. A lot of coin energy. So immediately, this is the main guidance here, is to completely focus on what it is that you want to manifest, because a lot of you are really focused on building your stability. It could be wealth related, career, but I think this is just stability in general. I'm getting it's emotional safety, what really connects to you. Some of you are about to have a lot of new opportunities come in, or you are manifesting new opportunities in these areas. And with the 3 of Wands, it's really about you're going to have some assortment, some options to choose from, but you're taking a lot of the things that you've learned from the past, a lot of resources. There could be people coming in that are going to help you. We'll just say like mentors, coaches, trainers, whatever the title is, someone or people on your path, soul members that are coming in to help you right now and to help guide the way. But with the Magician and the Emperor, you have a lot of the tools already, because this is very spiritual. This speaks to spiritual, but also on the practical sense, earthly sense. And we have mountains back here too. What is it about mountains? Do you guys live in mountains? There's mountains in so many of these cards. And I'm getting the need in my head, mountains. I want to say, just because if you ever face challenges, know that you have everything you need to overcome them, to be resilient. And there's people to help you. Keep your eye on the prize. What is it that you want to manifest, your goals, because you have it within you. It's all within you. This is about keeping focused and looking ahead and building, because with the 8 of Coins, this is about creating whatever it is that you're creating in your life right now. The guidance is to really get clear on that and to use that strength, that motivation to go forward, because you are going to reach that level of prosperity and success that you dream. Okay. We've got 4 decks that I want to use, 4 last oracle decks. So I want to pull a self-love oracle, because this was something I used to do separately, but I really want to incorporate it here. In these journeys, self-care, self-love, the feminine energy, tapping into that and balancing that with your masculine energy, regardless of sex or gender, it's super, super important. Because, you know, from my experience, and I struggled because I was always in my masculine, but the past several weeks, I would say 3-4 weeks, I have been doing a lot more resting than usual, and it's been very different for me, but I've received more, and I can't tell you. There's no way for me to explain it. I've just had a lot more clarity. I've just been receiving a lot more social engagement and connection. It's such a different vibe for me. And so if you're not someone that's used to tapping into your feminine energy, try it. It's going to shift the way that you experience life and that you experience things in your own soul journey. Okay, thank you. Getting 1. We got 3. Know you are worthy. And we have, it looks like a dragon maybe, or a gargoyle. This taps into Taurus energy. Abundance is everywhere around you. Feel worthy and open yourself up to receive the many gifts that await you. And check mark. So part of being in the divine feminine energy is learning to receive, to be open. And so this is exactly, I mentioned this earlier about abundance. And look at this, you have a lot of abundance. Some of you are, again, this doesn't have to literally mean coins, finances, money. It's abundance in all its forms. And abundance is going to mean something different. For some, it could be going out and living in a country, in the countryside, in nature. For others, it could mean finding their life partner. For others, I want a group of friends, or I want to adopt 100 dogs, whatever it is. This relates to your worth, because some of us have had to learn the value of ourselves and separate that from our identity, who we are, what we've achieved, the things that we've acquired. Because material possessions, the amount of money you have, nothing to do with your worth or your value. And that's something huge. Some of you, this is a lesson you've just completed or are in the process of learning. A lot of Taurus themes here. Building, and also Saturn. And of course Virgo. So, and you guys may have any of those signs in your chart. We also have a lot of Earth here, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and fire energy. What other guidance would the universe like us to know, please, for this week? Thank you. There's a lot coming out. Okie dokes. We got peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. This is interesting because underlying the whole aspect of Taurus is the foundation of peace. Trying to separate yourself from material goods and possessions and money, and not finding peace in that, but within yourself. That's really the premise of this North Node in Taurus and the South Node, what we're releasing, right, in Scorpio throughout these next, until July of 2023 or so. It started in January, so 18 months total. Where in your life can you find more peace? How can you do that, and what does that look for you? Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. This reminds me of this card, the Eight of Pentacles. It was sideways, and also too in the beginning, there's again choice points, decisions everyone has to make. So this, we have, you know, those lanterns I showed you, right, with stepping into power, and with the Hermit card. Oh, I can't pick these up because my nails are so short. Right here, stepping into power in the Hermit mode, really going within. And Virgo season is going to be totally useful for this, really, really useful, because when you have some time to just be with you, yourself, and your energy, you're going to get clarity. It's not from what other people tell you. It's not seeking psychics or anything, but it's really tapping into your knowledge and your intuition, and asking yourself, okay, this is the question. What is the answer? And you're going to get it. And sometimes it's okay to be in this time of indecision. It simply means not to do anything yet. Just wait until you get that information that you're seeking. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. This reminds me of something. What does it remind me? Perhaps it's stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. There's an element here of persevering. This is the Saturn energy of keep going. You've overcome so much at this point in your life. You're going to keep doing it, and you're reaching your goals. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. There is a lot of fear coming up right now. A lot of stuff releasing. A lot of things coming up for awareness. And so know that this doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean that you haven't healed. You just accept and acknowledge that emotion and let it pass. Fear also tells us where also too we may need to examine something a little bit further and realize what is that story behind that? Why am I feeling fearful? Because it's about really it stems back to our belief system, our self-limiting beliefs and things that we've grown up with. So it's another layer to just work on and to help transform here, right, into the Phoenix. I want to get a dragon card. I have 3 more and then we'll end it. So I've been called to really step up my work with dragons, and there is a whole process, I'll say, with working with them. And I have a friend who works with dragons, and yeah, it's very, I'll just say it's very, very transformative, super transformative. Dragons really help when you call upon spirits, their energy. It really helps to clean out your life and to transform and balance it. So we're going to see what message the dragons have for us this week. Okay, thank you. Sin gold, 12, which reduces to a 3. We had another card with a 3. Some of you may be seeing 3s. I get Plutonian energy with this. Look at this dragon. It's like an icy bluish kind of green. It almost looks like a sea dragon, like a water type of dragon. Just could be too speaking about emotions, clearing emotions. We're going to read it after. I have the little booklet here. This speaks to me of clearing emotions. Some of you have stuck emotions, whether it's in your throat chakra or in your body, because emotions can get stuck anywhere and they manifest in different ways and in different energy centers, right? That have to be released. There's also healing, crying. There's more mountains here. You guys, there's something about mountains. Some of you are moving to mountains, are traveling to mountains, are in mountains right now, live near mountains, are experiencing difficulties or coming out of that situation. I also feel like with the mountains, you're about to climb into the apex, to the height of your life, into something beautiful. There's a need to get in touch with your feelings and your emotions right now. I know it sounds very Cancerian, but don't shy away from that. Don't close off to that. That's going to help your heart. Keep your heart open. Let's take a look. Sinkhole. Okay, why don't I see it? Okay, 76. Oh gosh, okay, it's 2.5 pages. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Sinkhole is the dragon of gratitude, and he arrives when we need to take notice of and acknowledge old negative patterns. He asks us to recognize old emotional blocks. For example, these can be self-doubt, fear, or jealousy. He has these words to say about gratitude. Review your life to date and find things to be grateful for so you can rejoice in who you are. Acknowledge the fears, envy, guilt, or anger within. Accept the niggling doubts. Admit they are Admit they are present, for they are a part of you. But you have no need to dwell there, for they are part of your past and are no longer relevant to your life now. Instead, revel in the pure joy of being alive. Seek the positive in your existence here on earth. Uncover the things to rejoice about. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Seek a totem to act as a reminder. This can be an object small enough to carry or wear daily, maybe a beautiful shell or a crystal. Set the intention within it to stay focused on being joyous and grateful, so that when this totem is on your person, it reminds you that all is as it should be. You are learning the lessons of gratitude and you are exactly where you should be now. Think, chant, write, or sing joy, happiness, peace, laughter, but above all, gratitude. Put it to music, dance with it, practice gratitude numerous times daily until joy and feeling grateful become an intrinsic part of your everyday life. Count your blessings until an attitude of gratitude resides in your heart and settles you into a new pattern of being. Go forward with love deep in your heart. What a beautiful message here. This is really about connecting your emotional capacity, your emotional space, stabilizing that, and connecting that to gratitude. It's amazing how a simple practice I would say it's surprising to me in the beginning when I started this, how something so simple as gratitude can really transform your life, because it shifts the way you think more than anything. Okay, we're going to get an animal spirit card, and then lastly, a starseed card. That's still following me. It's interesting that we got this dragon about emotions and gratitude, because we got these cards here. The soul path journey, and decision, peace, and fear come up. So these are some of the different emotions that may be coming up, because when we are not certain about something, we can start doubting, we can start going into a vicious cycle because we want answers, we want certainty. But sometimes we have to sit in that indecision just to feel it and know that things are going to work out, to trust. Okay, wrapping this up. I see the time, you all. What animals, messages from our animal spirits, please? Ooh, okay. I think one turned over. You guys, I have two blue-footed boobies, which are like penguins that live in Ecuador, in the Galapagos. They're right in front of me on my calendar. So I can't believe we got these puffins. So I'll read them. We got several. Puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. This is a call for partnership, guys, for connecting to others, for being open to connecting to others and receiving help. Can't do it alone. Cat. Of course we get this on the other end of the spectrum. I feel like this is Libra, and then this is Aries. Even Aquarius. Aquarius is very independent. Cat, independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. This was similar energy that we got in the beginning about unmasking who you are. And again, when you show the world the real you, you're going to attract the right people to you. White stag, protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Again, another note on blessings, because we had something on miracles here, and more talk about intuition. Trust yourself. I maybe I have to do a separate video on this. Sometimes, I'll say it quickly and then we'll go on to this last card. Sometimes when something comes up and it just seems so out of tune, so out of sync, so maybe outrageous or so just different, we're like, no, this can't be true, and we discount it. And that's our intuition talking. It's a soft, subtle thing. It's not something loud. It doesn't make you feel fearful. But then we fight with ourselves, with our analytical mind, with our ego, and we're like, So there's a need, like, really trust yourself with the first instinct, with the first gut reaction that you get, with the first intuitive nudge, and whichever other way you process it. Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Okay, I had to say this. Again, follow your instincts, follow your gut, follow your intuition, and however else you feel, depending on your level of psychic development and attunement. Everyone has those gifts. And you're going to be meeting people. Again, this has been an ongoing theme. I said that. You're going to be meeting people, soul people. Some of these are going to be people that turn into potential partnerships. Life partner, I should say, romantic if you're looking to that. It's about being open to receiving. So this taps into your worth here. This is the card we had with Know You Are Worthy. Know who you are. Show the world a real you. What are your values? Because that's going to attract. It's like a magnet. It's almost like putting yourself on one of those magnets on the fridge and being like, okay, this is me, my name. This is who I am. These are my values. And it's like calling out, sending out like a sonar radar, even though it's not in the ocean, like to the universe, and it attracts people to you. You just have to have your hands open and be grateful and be like, I receive this because I know I'm worthy of this. I know I'm worthy of friendships, of people that get me. I know I'm worthy of romance and love and people that truly appreciate me. I'm worthy of help, assistance, and guidance on my path. Final messages, you all. We're going to pull a starseed oracle. Okay. I heard like wrap it up. I'm like, we're almost done. It's 55 here. What starseed messages, please? Final messages for us, please. Thank you. They're like, I'm talking too much. Observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Yep, we got the Hermit card. A lot of Hermit energy and going within. So there's going to be a need of looking at things, not just from your vantage point, but from other perspectives. Fruition. Rest assured your dreams and visions will come to fruition. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. You guys, yeah, I'll just say bingo. This speaks to the Aquarian energy. Really own your power. Really own how beautiful and unique you are. The things that you may feel are weird about you are the things most people love and appreciate about you. And I'm finding that out, and I found that out as I'm getting older in my life, because I'll be 40 this year. And for those that are, and this has nothing to do with your soul age, but sometimes we have to go through earth life lessons to realize that, and you go through that through life experiences. It's no wonder when you talk to older adults how comfortable many of them are in their shoes. They don't give a shit about what people think. They do what they enjoy and what they love. And I'm finding that out. The older I get, that's the way I feel. And so this message is for everyone. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. Huge underlying energy here about knowing who you are and not being afraid of it. Again, everything is connected to this. You all, I hope this reading has helped, has resonated with someone this week. If it has, I would love it if you could support me and help my channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Leave a comment below. Let me know your experiences, what's happening, what resonated, what didn't. And yeah, otherwise, I thank you all so much again for taking time out of your day and energy and space for being here with me. And I will see you soon. Take care. Much love.